Well, here it is. This is Shenmue. Now, I don't know if I want to play this whole cutscene. I could do, quite happily. Shenmue to me is such a special game. And just FYI, this is the second time recording this, by the way. Streamlabs, OBS, if you're watching, we need to talk. The first time I recorded this, none of the sound came through, so I'm pretty sure it works this time. I've tested it and was up all night fiddling with things, and OBS as well. And I hope it works. But anyway, guys, this is Shenmue. If you're in the UK at the minute, the weather's been odd to say the least. It's been cold, it's been hot one day, but it's been snowing as well. And every time it snows, or gets to winter, or near Christmas, I have to play Shenmue. It's like a thing. So, here I am, playing Shenmue. If you know Shenmue, you know Shenmue. If it's touched you in any way, you'll know just how much of a dedicated fan base this game has. I'm sure we'll get into it as we get further into the game. But this came out around 1999, 2000, on the Dreamcast. Do you remember that console? And I remember vividly waking up on Christmas Day and seeing this under my bed, and I played it all day. I didn't do anything else. I didn't eat. I just played Shenmue. And ever since then, it's been a game that has just stayed in my heart. So, as I did last night, we're going to start a fresh playthrough. And you know what? I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to let this opening cutscene do the talking. If you've seen this, you'll know what's happening. If you haven't, be prepared to be blown away. Just bear in mind, this was 2000 on the Dreamcast. A long time ago, 22 years ago now. Yeah. Welcome in and enjoy.
Ryu-san, I'm alright, but Hazuki-sensei...
My father? Fukusan! Fukusan! Ryo-san! Fukusan! Father!
Stay back, Ryo. For the last time, where is the mirror? I've no intention of telling you. Yeah!
Father! Why you...
Now then. No matter how often you ask, I'll never tell. No, don't! Hand over the mirror. Or else, your son. Wait! The mirror, it's buried under the cherry tree. Do you remember Chao Sun Ming? Chao? That's the name of the man you killed in Moon Swoon. It can't be. You! Get up. I'll allow you to die like a warrior.
Father...
Benmi-sama, we have it.
Father...
Forgive me for leaving you alone.
What are you saying? Father!
Your friends. Keep friends. Those you love close to you.
No. Father! No!
A letter for Hazuki-sensei.
whole opening cutscene still gives me chills. Oh, memories. I remember seeing that. So I'm going to go off on a bit of a tangent on this playthrough. Occasionally I'll just stop and just talk about memories of Shenmue, because that's the kind of nerd I am. So I remember years ago seeing, or having, a demo disc. Do you guys remember them? From a dedicated Dreamcast magazine. And on that demo disc was... It wasn't Midnight Club. There was another car racing game. I can't remember what it was called. But anyway, Shenmue was on there. There was a video of Shenmue, because back then you had demos with, brief periods of a game you could play that was up and coming. You'd also get videos. And I watched a video of this game called Shenmue. I didn't really know much about it, and it blew me away. That first scene, up to the point, I believe, where your father gets killed, I think was the clip to kind of tease Shenmue to you. I then read that dedicated magazine obsessively for, I can't remember, right up until release day, which was close to Christmas, I think. And I was hooked, just reading about it every day, just what you could do in Shenmue, the weather system, which we'll get onto later, the Ryo himself, his life, what he is in this game for, which again I don't want to give too much away at the beginning if you haven't seen it. And it grabbed me, it had me, and ever since then it just hasn't ever left me. Anyway, I digress again. Anyway, so what are we? What are we doing? So this is your notebook. Now back then, notebooks I don't think were much of a thing in games. They're as a form of progression or kind of monitoring your progress in a game. I don't think notebooks were used. Nowadays they're quite a common thing. You get them in games like Uncharted, LA Noire, things like that. It's quite an easy and sort of common thing to use. But in this game, you're basically looking for revenge for your father's death. You're trying to find out who that graceful guy in the green silky robes is. You're trying to find out who he is, why he killed your dad, and basically how you can kick his ass and get him back. So throughout the game, you walk around asking questions. I know, sounds quite cliche, but you're basically asking people if they saw anything on the day of your father's death, and if they noticed anything strange, if they saw any of the people, and you're trying to find out and gather as much information as you can so that you can find him and basically go and, DDT him. So every time you uncover something in the game, a note goes in your notebook, which is this thing here, and you'll get alerts saying you've uncovered something, and this is going to be your Bible throughout the playthrough, really. So who are we? We're Ryo. We are an 18-year-old, I think, 18-year-old high school student. He's now a high school dropout, obviously, because he's gone through quite a traumatic event. And this is you. This is actually going to be you for the whole game, plus the second one, plus the third one, which I still haven't finished yet, because we'll get into that. But anyway, you are a Japanese student, and this is your room. This is your room. A lot cleaner than mine. Mine is a complete mess. And this is where you start the game. This is where you start your adventure. So I've played this game a couple of times, just as a heads up. I've done a few playthroughs of this. I've streamed it a couple of times, this and the first one. So if I do things and you're kind of wondering why, I'm just going through the motions, kind of the subconscious parts of the game. So anyway, I'm going to start by picking up this little cassette here. Which just says Shenmue. Probably doesn't make too much sense, but if we then look in this top drawer here, we get a cassette player. Do you guys remember cassette players? Do you remember them? I do. I still have one. It's my main source of media. I joke, it isn't. I have a CD player now. I am quite the modern man, embracing technology. Anyway, so we're gonna pop out here and carry on the story.
Ryo-san, you should still be resting.
I'm fine, really. And you? Are you alright?
Yes, but I must keep busy, otherwise I'll get depressed.
Can
I
relate.
understand. but you needn't work too hard.
Yes. Oh, by the way, I have this for you. This is for today. From tomorrow, I'll leave it on top of the shoe cabinet every day.
Do you know where Fukusan is?
Fukara-san, I believe he's in the dojo.
Really? Thanks.
And that ding, as I was just talking about, is a notification saying you've uncovered something. So you have a new log in your notebook. Let's have a look. Ine-san will leave 500 yen on the shoe cabinet for me daily. I should go to the dojo and ask Fuku-san. So yeah, as you uncover parts of the story, you get a little log here on the game. So what do we do now? Well, we can explore the house, which we will do because there are little secret things. Easter eggs. God, Easter eggs in a game from the year 2000. I know. Hold your excitement. That is why this game is so revolutionary. One of the reasons, why this game is so revolutionary. God, I can't get my words out. Anywho, so yeah, we will come back in here. But anyway, I'm going to keep this first episode fairly short because there is a lot to go through in this game. So we're going to pause it here. And we'll come back in part 2 and carry on with Ryo's journey. But for now, guys, I'm glad you're on this journey with me. I know it's only a short one, but it's quite a lot to take in at the beginning. But I hope you join me on the next one. I'm really looking forward to playing through this. We will be back very soon.